Yo, what's going on, guys? Gomes are back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. Just a quick update slash reminder. Of course, I gave you guys a challenge yesterday of hitting 5,000 subscribers by September 4th, which is the day that I go back for my senior year of high school. It's a goal that I set in place for the end of MLB 18, but we have a chance to hit it in half that time. So I promised you guys a bunch of cool stuff, and I will do that. So if we can get there, I would be so thankful. You guys do not even know how much I appreciate every single one of you guys. But today, of course, we have our roster predictions, the roster update coming out on Friday, and I think this should be a good update as long as SDS does it right. I think there's a lot of guys that could go diamond, that could go gold, so it really should be a good roster update in my opinions. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So first off, we are going to go to the Kansas City Royals, where we're going to look at Whit Merrifield. Now, Whit Merrifield I've had on here quite a few times, but this time I think is the time that he does go gold. In his last 30 games against lefties, he's hitting 350 with a 500 slugging percentage. Against righties, 368 with a 513 slugging percentage, 1 home run and 8 extra base hits in total. Note, he's hitting 476 with a 739 in his last 23 at-bats. Now, he's a 79 overall. I don't really think he's going to need too much to go over. They honestly don't even have to touch his lefty stats, especially since right-handed stats are weighted a bit more. I think if they move up his contact +5 and his power +5, that definitely will be enough for him to go gold. So I'm going to say an 80 overall for Whit Merrifield in the roster update. So moving on to the next one, we have a guy for the Fighting Oakland Athletics, and that is Matt Chapman. And just to remind you guys, I took all these stats yesterday morning, so I know Matt Chapman hit another home run last night, so just wanted to bring forward to that because some people do this at different times. I did it this morning. So Matt Chapman in his last 14 games against lefties, hitting 350 with a 750 slugging percentage, 2 home runs, 3 total extra base hits. Against righties, 367 with a 900 slugging percentage, 3 home runs, 8 extra base hits, 8 walks to 12 strikeouts. So Matt Chapman hitting 367, 900 slug against righties. I think the contact can move up around a +7, and against lefties, I think both the contact and the power are going to have to move up a little bit, 350 and 750. All that being said, I think it will be enough for him to go to an 80 overall gold as well. The thing really with Matt Chapman is he's got great defense and he has good speed as well, so it really helps him out, and I think this will be enough for him to go gold in the next roster update. Moving on to Texas now. You guys already know we have Rougned Odor, he's been one of the hottest guys in baseball as of late. In his last 30 against lefties, hitting 304 with a 739 slug, 3 home runs, 4 total extra base hits. Against righties, 403 with the 790 slug, 6 total home runs and 12 total extra base hits, 9 strikeouts or 9 walks to 22 strikeouts. The vision and discipline I don't think are really going to get touched, but I could see probably around +15 power versus lefties and maybe around like a +6 power versus righties as well. Also, he's going to get some contact, especially towards righties. I don't know how much they're going to give him just because, I mean, he really hasn't had a good season, so it's kind of a touch subject, but I definitely think he's going to go like a 76 overall in the roster update. I don't know if he's really going to have a chance to go gold. His fielding and his mainly his fielding really hurts his overall, as well as his vision, discipline, and clutch, which are all 50s or below. So I don't know if he has a chance to go gold, but definitely should be a BR god for you guys to go ahead and draft. Moving on to Chicago, another guy who homered yesterday, and that's Javier Baez. Now, Javi Baez in his last 14 against lefties, hitting 417, 833 slugging percentage, 1 home run, 3 total extra base hits. Against righties, 353 with the 824 slug, 4 home runs, 7 total extra base hits. And something that's really interesting, 3 walks to 6 strikeouts. He is striking out a lot less as of late, and he's even walking a bit, so those can move up as well. You know, he's hitting 417 with the 833 against lefties and an 824 slug against righties, and he has a 1,000 slug over his last 24 at-bats. I don't think he's gonna go diamond. I'm going to say an 83 to 84. I don't think they're quite going to move him to diamond, but especially playing at second base where, you know, second basemen are one of the more easier positions to go diamond. I definitely think he has a chance this year, but he's going to get some big offensive upgrades in this update. Then moving on to our last offensive upgrade, we have Christian Yelich, of course. Didn't get the POTM card, so that's going to confirm I think he will be going diamond in this update. And why is that? In his last 14, he's hitting 500 against lefties with a 1.042 slug, 2 home runs, and 8 total extra base hits. Against righties, hitting 429 with the 743 slug, 3 home runs, 5 total extra base hits. He's just been absolutely insane. The power left has to go up stratospherically, if that's even a word. It's going to be, because that's how much it needs to go up. And even his power versus right can go up as well, and the contact versus left, I'm going to say an 85 new overall for Christian Yelich, and moving as the Brewers' one and only, at least so far. Hader still has a chance to go diamond, but I definitely think Christian Yelich is a much deserved diamond upgrade in this roster update. So now moving on to our 5 pitchers, we're starting actually with Nathan Eovaldi, recently traded from my Rays, and he has a 2.64 ERA, a 209 OBA, opponent batting average, 0.85 whip, 27 strikeouts to 3 walks. That's really what we're going to look at. He's striking out a lot of batters, and I think the walk 9 could go up as well as the hit 9. Now, I don't think they're going to move into gold, but I think a 79 overall is very likely for Nathan Eovaldi, with a chance to go gold if he keeps it up. He's pitching really, really well right now. And of course, the Red Sox are coming off a nice sweep on the New York Yankees. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about that. Some people are not too happy about that. But moving on to the Yankees, we got Masahiro Tanaka, who the reason I have this guy on here is because he's been pitching really well. I know he hasn't had the greatest season in total, but he has a 1.78 ERA, 2.16 OBA, 1.02 whip, 36 strikeouts to 7 walks. Once again, he's not really walking guys, and he's striking out a lot of guys too. And of course, Masahiro Tanaka has had a history as well. He was gold last year, so I think he's going to go up to an 80 overall. I think he's been pitching well enough to kind of move him back, so I will say an 80 overall is fair for him in this roster update. Moving on to Chicago now, we have Carlos Rondon, who of course got a POTM card, but that does not mean that his live series card does not deserve an upgrade as well. He has a 1.26 ERA with the 137 opponent batting average. I believe that's the lowest amongst all qualifiers in the last 30 days. 0.84 whip, 25 strikeouts to 11 walks. So hit 9 and K9 are, well, especially hit 9, that should be going up around the 80 mark. The K9 and walk 9, I think the K9 will move, the walk 9 might move a little bit. 11 walks in about 29 innings, but I will say like a 77 overall, maybe a 78 for Carlos Rondon would be a fair roster upgrade in this next update. So now moving on to our one and only reliever, and that's Felipe Rivera, who has a 1.59 ERA, 262 OBA, 124 whip, 19 strikeouts to only 3 walks. So really, with Felipe Rivera, I think the K9 and the walk 9 are the two that really get focused on. Don't think too much about that 262 OBA because he has had a much better hit 9 ratio the entire year, so I don't really see them bringing that down. But the K and the walk 9 I think will both go up. So I'll say like an 83 overall for Felipe, or I keep saying Felipe Rivera, Felipe Vasquez, my apologies. I forgot. It took so long for them to change the name, I just kept saying Felipe Rivera, but either way, whatever you want to call him, I do think he'll go up to an 83. And lastly, we have one new diamond pitcher, and that's going to be Zack Greinke. 164 ERA, 188 OBA, 0.82 whip, 36 strikeouts to 5 walks in 33 innings. Of course, you guys already know Zack Greinke's been here before. He's been diamond before. This is nothing new for him, which is another reason why there's a good chance that he's going to go diamond. And 36 strikeouts, I think that's in the top 5 amongst the qualifiers in the last 30 days. The hit 9 is looking really good as well. I'll say an 85 overall as well for Zack Greinke in the next roster update. Then moving on to our 5 downgrades that we have, and one of them, yeah, Luis Severino. I do think he's going to get a downgrade. I don't know if he's going to go gold, but I definitely think he kind of is deserving of a downgrade. Of course, this is in the last 30 days, his last 5 starts. 8.28 ERA with a 3.64 opponent batting average, 1.88 whip, 21 strikeouts to 7 walks. And he holds the worst ERA and opponent batting average. He's 80th of 80th overall amongst all qualifiers in that time span. So I don't think that's enough to go gold because he's had a really good season otherwise, but I will say an 85 overall with a chance to go gold. Just I'm not sure. I think he will only go to an 85 overall, but I think he is deserving of a downgrade though. Next up, Ingarvis Solarte in the last 30 games against lefties, hitting last 30 days. 167 against lefties, 292 slug, 138 against righties, 169 slug, and his batting average ranks 179th of 179 amongst all qualifiers as well. So I think he's gonna get a downgrade, probably around like a 75 overall would be fair for him. Probably not gonna go bronze quite yet, but really struggling as of late. Now this one I'm not really too sure of. This is kind of a shot in the dark. I heard a lot of people talking about it and they wanted me to cover Jon Lester. He has a 7.34 ERA, a 3.19 opponent batting average, a 1.76 whip, 21 strikeouts to 16 walks. Now, I think Jon Lester, kind of the same thing as Luis Severino. I think he's going to get a -1, but he's going to stay gold. I can't see them moving him to silver. I don't know if they're going to downgrade him at all, but yeah, he does have a 3.19 opponent batting average. He gave up 16 walks, which isn't too, which is quite a few in only 30 innings. You know, that's about a walk per 2 innings. So I do think he'll move down to an 80 overall, but I do not think he'll go silver. Once again, I'm not really too sure of that one. A lot of people wanted me to cover it, so I'm a man of the people. But moving on to Paul DeJong, and this one hurts me so hard because he is one of my favorite guys. This is actually not much versus a computer. He's the budget beast for shortstops. He's one of the best shortstops in the game, but can't deny in his last 14 games, he's hitting 333 with a 500 slug against lefties, so that's probably safe, but against righties, 118 with the 235 slug. That is definitely going to get downgraded, probably at least like -7s per side, so he will stay silver, but probably like a 76 overall for Paul DeJong, which, like I said, hurts because he's one of my favorite shortstops to use in the game, man. It really sucks. He's the BR god. If you get him, you're really excited. But that is gonna do it for my roster predictions for the week of I think it's the 10th of August. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. As always, let me know who you guys think is going up, who you think is going down, and everything in between down below in the comment section. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys have a great today, and the day guys comes out. Yay.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.